In Victorian England, everyone knew these three names: Queen Victoria, Prime Minister William Gladstone, and a poet called Alfred Lord Tennyson. So why was this poet so famous? Born into a family of Anglican clergymen as the fourth son of 12 children, Tennyson grew up in an unhappy home surrounded by domestic drama. Poetry became a form of escapism. As he grew older, it was a way for him to express himself in a world where traditional Christian belief was being questioned by scientific process. His poetry also tackled personal issues head-on, like In Memoriam, in which he wrote about the death of his close friend Arthur Hallam. After limited success, publishing this vast poem about grief and the meaning of life was a turning point in his career. Although he published it anonymously, it was the worst kept secret, which turned out to be a good thing. His popularity rose with the public, reviewers, and most importantly, Queen Victoria, leading to his appointment as Poet Laureate. From then on, Tennyson's career continued to climb. As the national poet, he wrote about contemporary events such as the death of the Duke of Wellington and the famous Charge of the Light Brigade. While he was expected to write about national events, that didn't stop him from his own creative passions, including a long-term project writing a series of poems about King Arthur and the Round Table. The highlight of his career was when he was offered a peerage aged 74. This was the first time in history that anyone had been given a title for their services to poetry. Tennyson is buried in Poets' Corner along with a bust of the poet that was added a few years later. His funeral in Westminster Abbey was attended by thousands of mourners. In the Jerusalem Chamber, a room in the deanery, wreaths and flowers were laid, including one from Queen Victoria herself. Lady Tennyson wrote music for her husband's last unpublished poem, which was sung by the choir, and the Abbey's organist set to music words from Tennyson's Crossing the Bar. This poem was written just 3 years before he died. Acknowledging that his death was on the horizon, he shares his hope for an afterlife.
Sunset and evening star, and one clear call from me. And may there be no moaning of the bar when I put out to sea. But such a tide as moving seems asleep, too full for sound and foam, when that which drew from out the boundless deep turns again home. Twilight and evening bell, and after that the dark, and may there be no sadness of farewell when I embark. For though from out our bourne of time and place the flood may bear me far, I hope to see my pilot face to face when I have crossed the bar.